January 27th, 2026, Buddha Dhamma, the end of chapter 13, Appendix 1 and Appendix 2. Appendix 1, 13.6, the four bases of social solidarity, Sangha Vatu. And Appendix 2, 13.7, commentarial analysis of Samadhi. The first appendix at page 1355, chapter 13 on virtuous friend, four bases of social solidarity, Sangha Vatu. The first one, the four bases: dana, giving, generosity, charity. The second, bitya vacha, kind speech. The third, atta acharya, life of service, beneficial conduct. And the fourth, samanantata, even and equal treatment. The key teaching on the four bases of social solidarity is found frequently in the Tipitaka, the Pali Canon. One example of this importance is that Gautama Buddha gave mutual assistance and to social harmony is in the story of the Hakata Alawaka, whom Gautama Buddha praised as one of the two mastheads of the assembly of laymen, and who was declared foremost amongst those who support and protect a following by means of the four bases of social solidarity. In the Singalaka Sutra, when Buddha Gautama describes honoring the six directions within the noble disciple, the Arya Vinaya, he concludes with these four bases of social solidarity: dana, bitya vacha, attacharya, and samanantata. Giving and generosity, kind speech, living a life of service, and equal treatment. The commentaries define the term raja, king, majesty, as someone who gladdens the people by way of the four bases of solidarity, and state that these four bases of solidarity are a form of sublime conduct, brahmacharya. The last factor is even and equal treatment, samanantata, can cause some problems in interpretation because the origin of this word is unclear. It is translated in different ways. The term samana means even, equal, or common. Thus, the term samanantata is often translated as equal to oneself or in common with oneself. To do unto others as one would wish them to do unto you. The commentaries generally translate this latter term as in good times and in bad, to be constant, or as equal, or impartiality, equality expressed, for example, by eating or sitting together. It is related to the term samana, kisa, which means to work together or to help one another accomplish a task. Commentaries to the Patisampati gives an alternative definition for samanantata, stating that it means proper discrimination or to place oneself in a correct relationship, to act appropriately in respect to others' status, as lower, equal, or higher than oneself. The Jataka commentaries offer yet another definition, stating that it means to be consistent, not to act one way in private and another way in public. For example, to be respectful to one's parents, irrespective of whether one is at home or in a public gathering. At the highest level, the Buddha Gautama acknowledges the equality among those of similar states of realization. That is the end of Appendix 1. Appendix 2, page 1357, commentarial analysis of Sammatiti, right view. Commentaries provide a more detailed analysis of Sammatiti, right view, dividing it into 5 kinds. First, Kammasakata Sammatiti, Jhana Sammatiti, Vipassana Sammatiti, Magga Sammatiti, and Bala Sammatiti. The first 3 kinds are conscious, mundane. The last 2 are subconscious, transcendent. These 2 kinds of Sammatiti, right view, mentioned in section 5, the responsibility of a virtuous friend. The first is equivalent to Kammasaka Sammatiti, which the second is classified as Vipassana Sammatiti. Both of these kinds of Sammatiti, right view, are thus conscious, mundane. The difference is that Vipassana Sammatiti leads to Magga Sammatiti and Bala Sammatiti, which are transcendent. Therefore, it is referred to as right view on the path to transcendence. A familiar example of Kammasakata Nana or Kammasakata Sammatiti is the factor for right view in the teaching on righteous conduct, Dhammacharya, or the 10 wholesome courses of actions, Kusala Kamma Phala. This is the form of Sammatiti, right view, found both within and outside Buddhism. It exists even more in the time of Gautama Buddha himself. That is, it is a part of all religious teaching that espouses the doctrine of causality, of karma. No matter what teaching is upheld in whichever religious tradition, if this teaching accords with truth, Buddhism acknowledges and accepts it. For more on the subjects, we're going to see the commentaries in the Vinaya Pitaka and the Majjhima Nikaya. The second of these 2 commentaries reiterates that both Kammasakata Nana and Satcha Nulomika Nana are conscious mundane forms of Sammatiti, right view. Satcha Nulomika Nana is knowledge consistent with truth, or knowledge in line with truth. It is equivalent to Vipassana Nana. Furthermore, a passage from the commentaries to the Majjhima Nikaya presents a different division of 5-fold Sammatiti, namely Vipassana Sammatiti, Kammasakata Sammatiti, Magga Sammatiti, Bala Sammatiti, Paccavekkhana Sammatiti. Here, Jhana Sammatiti is removed and replaced with Paccikkhana Sammatiti. Jhana Sammatiti is also a form of conscious mundane right view, but it pertains to those individuals who have reached the state of material or non-material fine concentration, meditation, absorption of jhana, and it's not directly related to the subject at hand. Paccavekkhana Sammatiti, right view stemming from reflection, is equivalent to right knowledge, Sammanana, and pertains to those individuals who have realized path and fruit, Magga and Bala. It too is classified as conscious mundane form of right view. This is the end of chapter 13, Appendix 1 and 2. Buddha Dhamma.